Those who do not think about the future cannot have one. Knowledge of the enemy's dispositions can only be obtained from other men. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. We may be small and we may be young, but we will shake the world for our beliefs. When the going gets weird, the weird turn professional. Slowly we became silent, and silence itself, if an enemy to friendship. I speak gibberish to the civilized world, and it replies in kind. Many things that don't really mean so much of anything are wonderful. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Go to heaven for the climate and hell for the company. The most dangerous of all falsehoods is a slightly distorted truth. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for. The essence of knowledge is having it to use it. If fate doesn't make you laugh, you just don't get the joke. He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing. It takes more effort to avoid the truth than it does to face it. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. The petty thief is imprisoned, but the big thief becomes a feudal lord. The truth doesn't mind being told every once in a while. The right mindset is the first step towards the journey. The only source of knowledge is experience. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And if my heart be scarred and burned, the safer I for all I learned. Everything you do doesn't have to be seen or heard. There are people who have money and people who are rich. When you change your thoughts, remember to also change your world. Life is a comedy to those who think, a tragedy to those who feel. Tongues in trees, books in running brooks, sermons in stones, and good in everything. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. Try not to become a man of success, rather become a man of value. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. Appear at points which the enemy must hasten to defend. March swiftly to places where you are not expected. Plan for what it is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. How quick come the reasons for approving what we like. If the road is easy, you're likely going the wrong way. Never get bitter. Life is a medley of good and bad ingredients. Sometimes we create our own heart, breaks through expectation. Begin by seizing something which your opponent holds dear. Then he will be amenable to your will. Man is no longer an artist. He has become a work of art. Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. I had to philosophize. Otherwise, I could not live in this world. Life is all about becoming a better version of yourself. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. I'm not going to die. I'm going home like a shooting star. When something can be read without effort, great effort has gone into its writing. For any sin, we all suffer. That is why our suffering is endless. Once you really know yourself, can't nobody tell you nothing about you. Monsters are real, and ghosts are real too. They live inside us, and sometimes they win. Life happens, shit happens, and it happens a lot, to a lot of people. Between living and dreaming, there is a third thing. Guess it. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Take the first step, no more, no less, and the next will be revealed. Strange, what being forced to slow down could do to a person. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. Ability, experience, and books have solution for all the problems. Feel your emotions, live true your passions, keep still your mind. It's exhausting, the energy it takes to unknow a truth. Être dans le vent, c'est avoir le destin des feuilles mortes. Never worry a bit in life. Always be full of merriment. Travel light, live light, spread the light, be the light. When you walk in silence, your excellence will always speak for you. If a craftsman wants to do good work, he must first sharpen his tools. It shattered something inside me that hadn't been broken before. Your sacred space is where you can find yourself over and over again. A human being is part of a whole called by us the universe. Fear can only grow in darkness. Once you face fear with light, you win. In fact, the truth cannot be communicated until it is perceived. War is a matter of vital importance to the state. I believe in looking reality straight in the eye and denying it. Your vision will be blurry, but it will grow clear with time. The mistakes I've made are dead to me, but I can't take back the things I never did. Therefore, just as water retains no constant shape, so in warfare there are no constant conditions. I think there is only one quality worse than hardness of heart, then that is softness of head. Life is short, live it. Love is rare, grab it. Anger is bad, dump it. Fear is awful, face it. Memories are sweet, cherish them. Hold yourself back, or heal yourself back together. You decide. Your own positive future begins in this moment. All you have is right now. Every goal is possible from here. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see. Receive with simplicity everything that happens to you. Attack where he is unprepared. Sally forth when he does not expect you. Filter out the irrelevant noise. Focus on the objective. If you believe you can, you might. If you know you can, you will. Dining with the king. Your attire, attitude, and mentality must change. Start writing, no matter what. The water does not flow until the faucet is turned on. A man who knows he is a fool is not a great fool. Everything is hard before it is easy. Do not wait for the last judgment. It comes every day. A thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. Nobody ever lives their life all the way up except bullfighters. You often meet your fate on the road you take to avoid it. I'm going to try speaking some reckless words, and I want you to try to listen recklessly. When people try to bury you, remind yourself you are a seed. Don't worry about being effective. Just concentrate on being faithful to the truth. All men know the utility of useful things, but they do not know the utility of utility. An unexciting truth may be eclipsed by a thrilling falsehood. Heaven is like an egg, and the earth is like the yolk of the egg. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. Your highest thoughts sometimes arise in your lowest moments. Only courageous hearts can endure the bitterness of truth.